No! I'm starting to regret my idea.
Uh-huh.
The mountain up there that are watching you with binoculars.
Shit, there's a cat.
Straight bulb to go through the back of this thing, even if it is from a 22, could hit me right here, and I can be dead. So.
Okay, come on. This way, bud.
That is a dead animal.
We picture camping as a peaceful escape, fresh air and total silence. But that dream dies fast when the isolation turns against you, like waking up to gunshots right outside your truck, or hearing heavy footsteps pacing above you in an abandoned house. When your getaway turns into a trap, do you freeze or do you run? In October 2022, a solo camper from the YouTube channel Alyssa Vanilla parked her van on remote BLM land outside Tucson, Arizona. Her channel documents solo female van life, long drives, quiet camps, and the realities of living alone in open landscapes. That day, temperatures neared 100 degrees, the desert was empty, and a single tree offered rare shade. It felt isolated, manageable, until someone noticed she was there.
Currently, I think it's like 96 degrees, and I'm parked, as you can kind of see by the shadow, in front of a tree. The one tree I found in the desert, thank God. Oh my God, I'm getting bit by fire ants. What the hell? Dude, I was like, what's stinging me? Okay, I needed some space to myself. I've been in the city for a few days. I did laundry today, so I need a place to just put my laundry away. So I was in town and I just grabbed a pizza and then came out here. I need space to myself. I want to test to see if I'll make it in courtside, but it is really hot. Again, if this tree was not here, I wouldn't be.
She begins by settling into the campsite, focused on practical tasks: cleaning, organizing, dealing with ants crawling through the heat. The van is parked beneath the only tree in sight, surrounded by open desert. The area feels quiet, almost too quiet, with no signs of other campers nearby. As she works, the sense of being completely alone slowly becomes more noticeable, just before the sound of an engine breaks the silence.
Hi.
I'm just kind of checking, making sure everybody's got enough water and...
Oh, okay. Are you a ranger or?
No, I just live close. So I kind of come out and check, make sure, because I know there's a lot of people that come out here that don't have a lot.
I'm fine right now.
I had shit stolen from my house 2 years ago, so I started making myself open to people that were out here, giving them my name so they knew who I was.
Yeah.
You know what? It's worked for me. Nobody steals shit from my house anymore.
And what is your name?
Johnny. If you need water, I have a hose outside that runs all the time. Stop there, fill your water jugs, whatever you need. And those that I get to know well enough, they're welcome to actually come in and use the shower a couple times a week. I'm
that's
not
nice.
home. My wife is. My children are. So if you need a shower, you're welcome to, come by. It would probably work better if you came by while I was there a couple of times, just so my wife gets to know you, so she doesn't think there's something stupid going on.
Right.
Stop by. It's not a problem.
Okay, well, thank you.
A man introduces himself as John, saying he lives nearby and checks on campers. His tone is calm, friendly, almost rehearsed. He talks about water, mentions his home, and even offers access to a shower. Nothing, he says, is openly threatening, but the offers feel unnecessary. The longer he stands there talking, the harder it is to ignore how much attention he's paying to her and the van.
Hey,
Hi.
so you have a guy on
Uh-huh.
the mountain up there that is watching you with binoculars.
Okay, well, that's unnerving. Well, I guess I won't be staying.
Well, it's not that you can't stay. Just, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
The other side of the mountain is safer.
Really?
Yes. He's driving a older Dodge pickup, and he told me he comes out here and offers water to people, but I would stay away from him. He told me he parks up there and looks around to see who might need water, who might need this, who might need that. You see that white truck? Underneath the tree? Come out here and I'll show you. Just so you know.
Yeah, it's also just odd that there's not really anybody out here.
Get a good description of that truck. It's white and burgundy. Honestly, I'd move to the other side.
I did want to stay, but if there's somebody watching me, then obviously I don't think I should stay out here at all.
After he leaves, the stillness returns, briefly. The quiet feels different now, heavier. Then John comes back. He warns her that another man is watching from the mountain and suggests she move to the other side of the hill. She looks toward the mountain but sees nothing. No movement, no truck, no proof. Only open land.
So just finishing up my laundry and then I'll probably have to leave, but that's okay. Do you need anything?
No.
Okay.
No.
As she begins packing to leave, John stays nearby. He sits on the ATV, silent, staring. He doesn't explain himself. He doesn't leave. The silence stretches longer than before, filled with questions that have no clear answers. She finishes loading the van and drives away, choosing distance before the unease has a chance to deepen. Many viewers questioned whether the warning was meant to protect or to test her reaction. The shifting story, the silence, and the focus on moving her location raised concerns. If the threat was never visible, what was the warning really meant to do? Hold on a sec. If you're enjoying this so far, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Let's continue. In October 2023, a solo survival trip from the YouTube channel Outdoor Boys begins deep in southeast Alaska's rainforest. The channel focuses on camping, survival skills, and long stays in extreme wilderness. Luke walks into the rainforest alone, surrounded by wet ground, dense trees, and constant moisture in the air. The plane is late, and the delay makes the isolation noticeable from the start. In a forest that rarely dries, being alone feels less like exploration and more like uncertainty.
Look at this place, it's a cold jungle. Everything is covered in moss. Well, this is the lake I was trying to find. Unfortunately, I'm on the wrong end of the lake. Hold on. There's a little something over there. Check it out, it's an old trolley. All the wood's rotted away, but you can still see the metal frame. You can see the trolley pretty good here. I think normally the water level's a little bit lower and you can walk out to that thing. Look at this. There we go, we got ourselves a nice little shelter. Oh, that's delicious. It's not fancy, but it's warm and it's quick. Two things I really appreciate right now.
While moving near the water, he finds an old rusted trolley sitting quietly by the lake. The metal frame is broken and corroded, clearly abandoned long ago. It feels out of place, like proof that this landscape has a history of people leaving. And not everything here ends cleanly. The first day passes calmly. Luke finds shelter, prepares food, and settles in. Everything works. The forest feels manageable, but the second day shifts the tone.
Rumor has it there's brook trout in this lake, and I haven't caught a brook trout in a long time. Fishing isn't going great, the rain's picking up, and I am soaked to the bone. I think I might head back. I think I need to do something to warm myself up. And I got an idea. I'm starting to regret my idea. Okay, half of me is being boiled alive, half of me is freezing to death, and there's just a little bit of sweet spot. Oh, I think I've got the temperature dialed in pretty good. That hot water pipe is just a touch too hot, so I got a little bit of that warm waterfall coming in, mixing with it. Just perfect. Between the hiking and the canoeing, I'm a little salt, pepper, a little pork jowl bacon on there, green onion, and a whole bunch of cilantro. There we go. Even with the dry kindling, that fire isn't taking aggressively. There's so much humidity in the air. I put these wet pieces of wood up here so they can dry, but they'll also act as a roof if it starts to rain, which will protect the fire. That smells good. I gotta tell you what, I'm feeling very fortunate right now. Got a nice warm fire. The rain has been really light. I got a full belly. Really, the only thing I can complain about right now is that I've got 2 visitors. No, get out of my tent. There's mice all over. Oh, mice can cause a lot of damage. Anything fuzzy, they want to steal it and take it to their nest.
He decides to go fishing for salmon. Weather changes quickly. Rain intensifies, soaking his clothes and gear. He turns back cold and wet, forced to manage his body temperature. To recover, he returns to the hot spring he discovered earlier. The warmth brings relief, but staying too long risks burns, and stepping out means sudden cold. Comfort and danger exist side by side. Then, he struggles to start a fire in extreme humidity. Inside the tent, mice begin to disturb his shelter, making rest impossible. The next day, Luke packs and heads to the beach to wait for the plane.
Well, I got a bit of bad news. I just got a message from the pilot that they're weathered in at Ketchikan and they can't come get me. I don't know how long it's gonna last. All I know is the pilot said he'd give me an update in 2 hours. I need to get out of this rain. I'm getting soaked. I'm wet from the waist down and a little bit cold, but at least I'm not in the rain anymore. Well, the rain eased up and I got a message from the pilot. They're still socked in Ketchikan, so I'm not getting rescued anytime soon. I'm freezing. I'm just gonna walk up and down this beach till I'm warm.
Rain continues. Then a message arrives. The plane can't come because bad weather. Waiting stretches into hours, turning the situation from planned camping into being truly stranded. After 5 hours in cold rain, the plane finally arrives. Luke returns home safely, the forest left behind, but not easily forgotten. Viewers noted that the most disturbing part wasn't wildlife, but uncertainty. Delays, weather, and isolation slowly changed the situation. When rescue depends entirely on conditions beyond control, how quickly does preparation stop being enough? In April 2020, a solo night unfolds near Lake Superior in Two Harbors, Minnesota. The video comes from the YouTube channel Mav, known for fishing trips, road travel, and sleeping in a truck across quiet outdoor locations. Mav spots a location that seems ideal for an overnight truck camp, close to where he plans to fish. But as he looks closer, small details begin to shift that confidence.
Alright, so I need to get the heck out of this spot. I originally picked that spot because that's where I was gonna fish in the morning. But there's like a bunch of cars driving around there. I talked to one of the kids and he's a high schooler from the area. It's kind of annoying, like, having people drive by and, like, I don't know, zipping on past all the time. So we're gonna find a different spot.
The area feels less like a simple parking spot and more like a place where people gather and linger. With too many vehicles around, he decides to leave and search for another option. But later that night, he returns to the original spot, unaware that this choice will turn the night into anything but restful.
Kind of a weird little stealth camping, boondocking type deal I've got going on tonight. I'm not gonna have this light on in here for very long because people can probably see pretty well. The salmon like to bite, apparently right when it turns light out, so I'm gonna wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Alright, so there's people right outside. I know you can't see me right now, but I can't risk turning on any lights. Alright, well, they just want to hang out and play music, that's fine.
That night, Mav switches to stealth mode. he turns off the lights inside the truck and keeps movement to a minimum. Too many people had passed by earlier, and he doesn't want to draw attention. Even in the dark, the space feels exposed, as if the truck is still visible without being seen.
Alright, so my main camera has died. It's about 2:30 in the morning. There was like 2 kids out this way. I woke up to it sounded like something dragging on the ground. It sounded like it was in this general direction and close to the truck. It had to have been close. This dragging goes on and then all of a sudden there's a pop! It was the sound of a gun because there was the sound of a ricocheting bullet hitting concrete. Another one went off and it sounded like a small gun. It's 2:30 or 3 in the morning and there's high schoolers outside of my truck playing with the gun. That's really reassuring. If I hear them come back and I hear that gun go off again, I'm probably just gonna have to set my car alarm off. I'd hate for a stray bullet to come through the back of this thing, even if it is from a 22. It could hit me right here and I could be dead. So I got 2 more hours to sleep. So I'm gonna try to do that.
While trying to sleep, unfamiliar sounds keep breaking through the silence. Engines rev nearby. Voices echo in the distance. Then sharp popping noises ring out, sudden, loud, and close. Whatever is happening, it's unfolding right next to where he's parked, with no clear way to tell how close it really is.
Last night, I was doing some thinking after I shut the camera off. I realized that there's a metal garbage can about 50 yards this way. So I believe those kids were dragging out a garbage can and shooting it with a 22. I did hear one of the kids yell, "Ow," after the last shot went off, and then heard a ricochet from the garbage can, heard the kid yell, "Ow," and then I never heard him again. Maybe one of them got hit or something, but it was so close to my truck, and if that was the garbage can they were shooting at, it's likely that they're shooting right towards this way. It is so chilly. Alright folks, well we're walking out onto this freshwater jetty. Jeez.
By morning, the source becomes clear. About 50 yards from the truck, a metal trash can shows fresh bullet marks from a .22 round. Mav believes the group from the night before dragged it out and used it for target practice. The chaos now has physical proof. Despite the cold wind and the night before still weighing on him, Mav heads to the lake to fish. The conditions are brutal. After about 45 minutes, he gives up and leaves, with the feeling that the night ended without answers. Many viewers felt the most unsettling part wasn't the noise, but the uncertainty. People nearby, poor visibility, and no clear escape. When danger comes from reckless behavior instead of intent, how do you decide whether staying quiet is safer than leaving? On November 1st, 2023, Quadi arrives alone at an abandoned house in a rural area as daylight fades. The video comes from Crazy Quadi, a channel focused on solo camping and exploring forgotten places. Built in 1925 and left empty since the 1980s, the house still holds traces of a family long gone. As night approaches, Quadi prepares to spend the night inside, unsure what the building still contains after all these years.
While we explore this a little bit. Oh, wow. Look at all the old wallpaper. Ooh, a teddy bear. A little leery of the floor, to be honest with you. Maybe I should have looked in the basement first. Suppose I could set up in here. This is one of the covered porches. Here's the front room. Ceiling's caving in. Yeah, there was a porch on the outside here. And this is kind of what I was planning to stay in, but it looks to no longer exist. Old blinds, old couch. This house was built in like 1925 and it hasn't been occupied since sometime in the 1980s. Been empty, I think, as long as I've been alive. We're roughly there. Is that a piece of a toilet seat? Sketchy, y'all. One bedroom over here. Looks like they may have gotten some snow up here at some point. Nothing in the closet. Look at the old wallpaper. Cowboys. 007 Kodamatic. Oh, look at the old TV. But that's past the hole in the floor. Don't want to get too close to that. And the whole ceiling's about gone here. Upstairs bathroom. Kind of surprised that toilet isn't broken into pieces. Oh, there's the attic access right above me. If there was a ladder, I'd look, but there's no way I'm trying to crawl up that by myself. Well, let's go check out the basement.
Quaddy begins by exploring the main floors, moving carefully through rooms filled with old wallpaper, children's toys, and furniture, frozen in time. The house feels quiet, but not empty. Every step echoes, and the objects left behind suggest people once lived here, then left without explanation.
Just an old closet. Yeah, it's dark in here. Do I have my phone? Yeah, hold on. I can use my phone light. There we go. Bunch of broken glass and old paint cans. Not much left. There's the toilet lid. Oh, that's probably the back of that toy truck. It was a Tonka dump truck. Let's be on door number 2, though. More creepy basement. Oh, there's a big hole. That's cool. Oh, that's creepy. Little kid's shoe. Bullet holes in that thing. We got another shoe. And an old hat. Frenchie's Diesel, Evanston, Wyoming. It's just full of corn cobs all over the floor. More paint cans. That's full of, still have paint in them. There's a bunch of it down here. Some of these are still intact, look like baby food jars. In a tiny little wooden room. Oh, what is that? That is a dead animal.
He continues down into the basement, where the light fades quickly. Among scattered items, he notices a small child's shoe with strange holes, and nearby, the remains of a dead animal. The space feels colder and more confined, and this is where he decides to set up his sleeping area, choosing shelter from the wind over comfort.
Sleeping in the basement. It's a little warm in here tonight, but we're actually supposed to get some snow later, I believe, and the low temps are gonna be like 20s, 25, something like that. I did bring a small tent, but I prefer to sleep inside because it's gonna snow. There's something up there. There's definitely something up there. Get! I can hear it walking around, whatever it is. Probably a raccoon. There's definitely something upstairs right now. I haven't even cooked dinner yet, and once I do dinner, I'll have to bag that up. It's only 9:30, 9:26. I mean, the wind has picked up a bit. So it could be branches clonking against the house, especially up front, because they're like everything is grown right up to the house. But it sounded like there was something walking around right above me. Yeah!
As darkness settles in, Quaddy prepares for the night, admitting this is his first time sleeping outside a vehicle like this. Sounds begin to carry through the house. Heavy movement echoes from above, slow, deliberate, and close enough to track. He keeps bear spray within reach, listening and waiting, unsure what is moving through the rooms overhead.
It's just nice to have something warm in my hand. I don't know how well you all will be able to see that, but cheesy chili mac, hatch green chilies, and jalapeno tuna. That's good. Well, I'm still hearing clunks and stuff moving around up there, but it's not near as much as it was earlier. Can you see it? There's a cat. You can come hang out in here. Hope you're not what I've been yelling at upstairs the whole time. Huh. All right, y'all. Well, I'm just gonna let that cat put my mind at ease. That's what I've been hearing. I was sure it was probably a raccoon or something, but cat's cool.
Later, while cooking a simple meal in the dark, the noises continue, then suddenly stop. Not long after, a cat appears inside the house. The explanation brings brief relief, but the night remains restless. Sleep comes in short stretches, as cold air, unfamiliar sounds, and uncertainty linger until morning. Viewers were divided. Some believed the sounds came from animals moving through a collapsing structure, while others questioned the weight and rhythm of the footsteps. In places like this, does understanding the cause really make the experience less unsettling? Or does the feeling matter more? On July 24th, 2025, the YouTube channel Paul So Hard uploads a ride that doesn't go as planned. Known for aggressive riding, challenges, and off-road experiments, Paul heads out with his crew for what starts as another chaotic adventure. Joined by a rare guest, Rob, tasked with leading the route, the ride moves through ditches, flooded paths, and risky terrain. Early jokes fade quickly as the environment begins to demand consequences. The ride begins lightheartedly, with jokes and small stunts breaking the tension. But that tone shifts when Rob leads the group into a muddy drainage ditch. Water and thick mud pull at the bikes unevenly.
Look at that wall ride. That's a big one. Bro, it's a straight up madman if he's considering. I guess it doesn't seem that steep to ride up. I'll ride up it. That's low-key doable. Oh my god. That's gonna be such a hard landing. Bro, I pray for your help. Ain't no, that's doable. Ain't no way. It was wild that I almost had to tell him, like, bro, don't do it. But like, that is such a good lip. Bro, I feel like the lip is there not to instigate you. Like, I don't want you to do this, but believe it or not, I think I gotta jump in between these two. In between these two. Yeah. Oh my god. That landing's gonna hurt. Oh my god, bro's really doing this. Insane. Guys will do anything but go to therapy. That's the title of this video. He put the rock down there so it's smoother than suspension. Okay, this isn't that steep. Bro, I don't know, that is crazy. Oh my god, that is crazy work. Like, the last thing you want to do is clip the fence. And Rob, dude's like, he's like 40 or something. We'll get his exact age in a minute, but he ain't no spring chicken. Oh my god, he's carving up there for... I need to call his friends and see what they have to say. Do I need to call, see if I should be concerned about you doing this? If you want to, nah. It looks low from here, but coming up from here it looks a little higher. Yeah. Because yeah, your suspension's gonna already want to compress.
So if I got speed, second.
I don't know if I want you to do this, bro.
Rob spots a narrow gap that could launch him up and over the fence from the slope below. Paul keeps calling him a madman, warning how dangerous the idea is, but Rob takes his time, measuring the run-up, fixing his line, and committing anyway. What follows is hard to forget.
Oh, it came up a little bit. Oh my god! Imagine just driving down the road and you see a dude flying. Oh, he's up there hyping himself up. Guys, this is no joke. Like, the last thing you want to do is clip the fence. Oh! 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 Oh, shit. You good? You good? Fuck. Damn, he broke his wrist. Damn. Damn, he almost had it. You coming around? You need help? You need help?
Go to the hospital.
Alright. We gotta go to the hospital. Damn it, Rob. Damn it, Rob.
Rob hits the jump and nearly clears it, until the rear wheel or skid plate clips the fence. The impact sends him crashing down, shattering his wrist instantly. The pain is overwhelming, leaving him close to passing out. Fortunately, his riding partners step in immediately, helping him stay conscious and getting him to the hospital in time. This moment shows how preparation and confidence can still fail when terrain, physics, and timing align against a rider. Was the real danger the jump itself, or the slow buildup of risks that made stopping feel impossible? On November 30th, 2025, a routine camera check begins to feel uneasy on a remote hunting property. The video comes from Keeping It Dutch, a channel focused on wildlife tracking, land management, and hunting through hidden cameras. Dutch and his daughter Hope review footage near a creek, an abandoned bus, and a hunting blind. What starts as excitement over wildlife slowly shifts, as signs on the land suggest they may not be the only ones watching.
Okay, so we have made it down here to the creek. We're gonna do a little hunting for Hope's birthday. We're gonna check them as we go, and I'll keep you guys updated on if I'm missing any or if we got anyone on camera that's not supposed to be out here. Camera number one. And I don't know if these cameras show how many pictures we got or not. Got several on here. I'll be showing you guys that shortly. I'm letting it download to the computer and we'll go check the rest of them. Okay, we may end up putting over here. We're gonna check those cameras and see what kind of activity we got. That's right by the bus. That's a huge 8-point Hope. And it looks like it's coming in right at dark time. Wow. We're not actually hunting right now.
If the buck is right here, would you run and get the gun?
Maybe. Yeah, you can see a footprint right there. Looks like they're fighting right here. We're gonna check these cameras over here. Okay, there's a fresh grape. Right there, there's the bus. I think this is the spot for tonight. Be careful. Hey, happy birthday. Okay, that's great. Right there, watch out, behind you. No, they didn't hit that one, but there's one right there too. See how they broke these limbs? It's right next to the bus, right where we're hunting. Okay, we checked the camera and that big buck's coming over here, but we don't have him during daylight. That doesn't mean nothing. But there's a lot of deer. The most activity is in the morning time. And I have found out this has been a better morning spot over the last few years. I think you want to go across the creek, you want to hunt here. You want to try the other blind across the creek and see what happens? Or you want to hunt here? Across the creek? Here? Okay. Hopefully birthday girl gets one.
Spot and then the deer are at the other
I know.
spot.
All right, wish us luck.
Dutch and Hope begin by checking several hidden cameras along the creek. The footage shows a massive 8-point buck moving calmly near an abandoned bus at dusk, as they cross the creek to check more cameras. What shows up on the screen makes both of them uneasy, an unexpected sight that quietly sends a chill through the moment.
That was this morning at 7. Keep going down. There's several of them. There's a big boar running around here. There's a nice buck too. Keep going down. There he is again. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so we might be trapping some hogs here soon. He's a big one. All right, let's go across the creek.
Yeah.
Want to?
Yeah.
All right.
A huge black hog is captured near a hollow tree, its size impossible to ignore. Another buck follows shortly after. The animals look alert, almost cautious, as if reacting to something unseen. Dutch notes the gate is secured and there are no clear signs of trespassers, yet the area feels increasingly active.
Okay, so it's been a couple days since I filmed out here. We put the cameras out.
Days later, Dutch returns alone to inspect the cameras again. What he discovers leaves him quietly questioning how something like this could have happened at all. One unit is still mounted exactly where it should be, but the SD card is missing. If someone found it, why remove only the footage? He moves deeper into the woods, approaching a cave marked by heavy rooting in the soil. Corn is placed near the entrance, and cameras are arranged to narrow the field of view.
Okay, the rain is starting to pick up. That's not good because I got my laptop with me checking these. Okay, we put a couple other cameras that I didn't show you guys on camera out here by the other blind. We were gonna come back this morning and it was raining and stuff. We didn't come. I had a decent little buck that Hope could have for sure got chasing does. Let me show you right now while I walk up here. Okay, you guys seen it. There's a hot doe up there and that buck is chasing it, and that's right where the big one's at. So I'm gonna check these cameras over here, and if there's nothing on camera the last couple days at this spot, then I'm gonna go hunt the bus. Hope didn't want to come with me this evening. Okay, coming up on the first blind. Let's check this camera over here. See if we got anything. Okay, so you guys can see we got a bit of a problem on our hands. This is out in the middle of nowhere. If this has been at the homestead, it'd been a bigger problem, I guess. But we got a lot of big bobcat that I'm catching all over the property right now. I've got one over here too. And I didn't have any pictures this morning over here. So I think I'm gonna make my way back over to the bus, and I'm gonna set up over there.
Later, footage reveals multiple large bobcats moving across the property. Surrounded by predators and unanswered questions, Dutch continues monitoring as temperatures drop and daylight fades. Many viewers focused less on the animals and more on the missing SD card. Wildlife can explain danger, but human interference changes the risk entirely. When footage disappears but the camera remains, are you still observing the land, or has someone started watching you back? That's all for tonight's video. Which encounter gave you chills? Let us know in the comments below. Got your own experience? We want to hear it. And whatever you do, don't miss what's coming next.